All right, you guys. Hey, welcome to my first live stream on my channel, just for fun. I thought this was an article that brought my attention today, and I am just like stoked. I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse ears, my Minnie Mouse ears. I'm a point blank millennial who loves Disneyland. Sorry, but I found this article and I had to share it with you guys because I've been sharing everything metaverse related because I discovered this whole Web3 thing only in November, and I've been like consuming all this content. And so whenever there's a crossroads between something that I'm interested in and the metaverse, I get like super doubly excited. So Disney patents technology for a theme park in the metaverse. Okay. Disney puts out a ton of patents, obviously, all the time, but they actually put a patent out for a theme park in the universe, in the metaverse. So Cointelegraph.com says this. The multinational entertainment giant was approved for a virtual world simulator patent during the last week of December 2021. So this just happened. This article is actually just written today. It says Disney has been approved for a patent that would create personalized interactive attractions for theme park visitors. The technology would facilitate headset-free augmented reality attractions at Disneyland theme parks. The tech would work by tracking visitors using their mobile phones and generating and projecting personalized 3D effects onto nearby physical spaces and walls and objects in the park. The entertainment giant was approved for a virtual world simulator in a real-world venue patent on December 28, 2021. It was originally filed to the United States Patent and Trademark Office in July 2020. So they were kind of ahead of the curve thinking about this. So it's not necessarily like you put on your Oculus and you go to Disneyland. It's like you're at Disneyland and now the theme park is expanded. It's even more interesting and more diverse. And as we all know, you can spend days in each theme park, California Adventure, Disneyland, and you can spend a week in Disneyland at Disney World in Orlando. So if they're going to add like this augmented reality addition to it, I mean, you could spend all day, you could spend a month at Disneyland at this point once this all becomes real. The metaverse has been largely imagined as existing on the internet, accessed using virtual reality or AR headsets. That's what I was saying. Like, it's not necessarily has to be headset only. Like, this is going to mix and match real world with this new tech. I'm just so excited about this. However, the technology proposed by Disney would bring the metaverse into the physical world. This is not the first time Disney has indicated its interest in the metaverse. During the company's fourth quarter earnings call in November 2021, CEO said the firm is preparing to blend physical and digital assets in the metaverse. He said, quote, "We'll be able to connect the physical and digital world even more closely, allowing for storytelling without boundaries in our own Disney metaverse." So he mentioned Disney metaverse in 2021. In November 2020, MGM Resorts International Chief of Strategy wrote, "As we look to the future, connected park experiences that transcend the physical and digital barrier and unlock new layers of storytelling are very exciting and a focus of ours," he wrote at the time. "These experiences are perennial, and the guest engagement is inside and outside the parks. They are unique to you, but they're also social and connected. They are constantly changing, so there's always something new to discover." So this is going to be a way for them to just bring out a new ride. We don't have to wait months and months for a new ride to open, because in the meantime, we can have like a new experience, a new character that's only in the virtual world. So I think that's super, super fun and exciting. We also have an article by Gizmodo, which I used to work at Disneyland, and I hated working there, actually. It was actually not my favorite place to work. Sorry. But I love going there as a guest, so that's why I feel so like interested in this. So the House of Mouse could be headed to the metaverse. Disneyland recently patented technology, as I said before. Disneyland received approval for the virtual world simulator, as I said, blah, blah, blah. Disney already employs augmented reality technology for large-scale entertainment at its theme parks, such as its projection mapping to bring its cast of characters to life on storefronts, waterfalls, or other real-world structures. But this new technology would have a significantly different scale. It would track individual park visitors to personalize the projections they see on nearby object walls. For example, a family walking by a storefront could see Mickey Mouse greet them as they pass. So that gives me a little bit of pause, like, Disney is going to make it personal. So that kind of goes back to the whole thing of like data and privacy. Like, why, like, I don't know if it's going to be randomized or if it's going to be based on your experiences in the park, but hopefully it's not something where they are like tracking your social media to kind of see what you would want to see at the park. Because I love personalized experiences. I love the idea of that, but I just hope it's not too invasive. And once again, this is all speculative. It's not a set time when they're going to actually make this happen, but they have the technology to do so. If the House of Mouse does incorporate the metaverse into its parks, it likely won't happen anytime soon. Disney officials told the LA Times that company has no immediate plans to use this technology. Quote, "We are excited about the possibilities related to this type of technology. There are no current plans to introduce this technology into upcoming experiences." And also, they kind of tried to minimize it by saying, we file hundreds of patents each year and we are always exploring developing technologies. But the chances of them using this technology are pretty high. I mean, they are the forefront of, entertainment and technology and artwork. And, they have the innovators. And I don't know, I'm just excited about it. A little concerned about data privacy issues, which is like, I thought was the whole point of like Web3 is to make sure that we're not having like invasive things coming on. But I do like the idea of maybe you put in your preferences of what you'd like or what characters you like. And then maybe that kind of, impacts the experience you have while you're walking through the park. I haven't been to Disneyland since before the pandemic. I worked there in 2015 to 2016. I was a vacation planner. I have a picture from when I worked there. And, oh, it's not coming up. But when I worked there, I was in the front where everybody buys their tickets. And I loved being the first face that everyone saw because although I didn't necessarily like the people I worked with all the time, it was kind of like ruthless back there. I loved how everyone was always so excited to be there. So working at Disney was rough, but attending as a guest, always so fun. But I really, really think that this would be really cool for, people who have never been there if it's their first time going. I think, how exciting. So I also had this other funny article that was saying, because I said I'm a millennial, I have these freaking ears. I've had them for years. And I thought it was so funny because Disneyland is just a magical, happy place. Like, why are millennials obsessed with Disneyland? Because millennials have been through so much that it kind of makes sense that we want something happy escape. I happened to go to college kind of close to Disneyland in Orange County. So we would go like on weekends, and it's just a way to get out of your head. It's something fun. Like some people go to the racetrack, some people go to the mall. Like we happen to have Disneyland nearby. So yeah, that's hence the ears. But I thought this was super funny. Millennials are in an unhealthy relationship with Disney, having granted control of their leisure time and personality to a single enormous corporate entity meant for children. He said, "My generation are constant 12-year-olds with lifelong immaturity." Like, way to hate on something that's nothing but positive. Like, say what you want about maybe like the ethics behind Disney. I'm not really here to speak on like what each CEO and what the original intention of Disneyland was. All I know is that when you're there, it is the happiest place on earth when you're there and when you're not working. So I definitely think that's a little bit judgmental. But when I read these articles and I felt my excitement, I was like, I was reminded of how like we have a really bad reputation of being Disney obsessed, like people getting proposed to in front of the castle. And, we dress up for Dapper Day, like no matter our age, but you know what? Constant 12-year-olds, whatever, like innocence is bliss, like ignorance is bliss, but like children have more fun. Like, so what if millennials want to go and take a break from their 9 to 5 that may never let them afford buying a house? Slight bitterness, maybe. But long story short, I went to Disneyland right before the pandemic. I'm so glad I went. I went during Christmas and I saw the lights and I went on It's a Small World and I haven't been back since, but I would like to go when this is a thing. So that's all I have for you guys. My first live stream. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any comments or thoughts on what it would be like to see an augmented reality at Disneyland, let me know. If you are a Disney fan, who's your favorite character? What's your favorite movie? I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite Disney movie is Tarzan. I had a major crush on Tarzan, and I kind of think my boyfriend looks like him, which is so funny because I love Tarzan, and I learned how to play all the music from Tarzan on the piano, and then, now my boyfriend kind of sort of looks like him. So that's the end. Thank you for tuning in.